Hi everyone, I'm here with a Bible reading. I hope you guys are having a good day. I want to start off with another short story from the hospice nurse, Trudy Harris. This one is called The Comfort of Heaven. I had been visiting Alex, a gentleman in my neighborhood, for several weeks. Alex was in the end stages of advanced lung cancer, with all its accompanying discomforts. His wife was having difficulty with the idea of him dying in their home. He wanted to stay there to die, and with all the support they had in place, it would be easy for him to do so. But he did not want to upset his wife, and she wanted him to be at peace. It was a struggle for them. As he was getting closer to his time of dying, he began to speak with me about what was in store for him. He had been a believer all his life, but now at the end he had questions. Had he been good enough? Would his loved ones be in heaven? Would they recognize him? Or would he recognize them? He spoke about the war years, about being far away for long periods of time, not always living by the golden rule. His sorrow was so genuine, and we spoke many times about how we do not earn our way into heaven, how Jesus opened the gates of heaven for us by his death on the cross. We may know this truth very well, but when we are dying, the things we have done that we know are not pleasing to God often rear their ugly heads. It is immediately comforting to be reminded that Jesus came not for the righteous, but for the sinner. Christ's words take a new life and meaning when spoken to the dying. And they all see things. 2 days before Alex's death, he called and asked to see me. He was declining for sure, but did not look at all as if his death was imminent. "Please sit down," he said. "I have something to tell you. My brothers were here today, all 3 of them. They all served in different parts of the service. 2 died during the war, but the other one lived a long life and died only recently. They all looked so young and handsome, just like they did years ago. They said that it's time for me to come with them. They looked so radiant and happy, and I think I will go with them." Alex died beautifully the next day, after seeing his brothers and knowing they were waiting for him. He was at peace. So many of his questions were answered by their visit. How good God is to allow his children to receive all the comforts he knows will bring them peace, each receiving exactly what he or she needs to be able to die unafraid. Alex's wife was able, in the end, to be with him when he died at home, where he wished to be. And that is the end of that story. Okay, guys, so I'm going to bookmark that and we'll get to our Bible reading. Sherman, you gonna follow along? You're not? I'm getting nervous. Sherman's not feeling good at all. He had a doctor's appointment today and had to get 2 shots. One being the second Moderna booster. Tried to get mine. You're cooler now than he was. He had a fever. And his belly's been hurting for several days. And So please keep him in your prayers. He doesn't look well. He's really pale. Yeah, it's hardly eating. Please pray for him. Okay, so, he is going to follow along. Okay, let me know where you are and I'll tell you where we need to be. It is hot in here. This oxygen machine takes up so much room and it's so hot with it on. You ready? We're on Luke 20, verses 1 through 26. Psalm 89, we'll start it today, verses 1 through 13. Got it? And Proverbs chapter 13, verses 15 and 16. Got that? Okay, so in Luke today, we'll be talking about the authority of Jesus questioned. And who do you think does that? Who do you think questions him? Okay, and the parable of the tenants and paying taxes to Caesar. When Jesus told them the last one, sorry, I've been having a lot of trouble with my lungs the last 2 days. Paying taxes to Caesar. They tried to really trip him up because they wanted to arrest him, or the people to stone him or whatever. But after Jesus said what he said, they shut up real fast. Okay. So let's go ahead here and begin with Luke. One day, as Jesus was teaching the people in the temple courts and proclaiming the good news, the chief priests, the teachers of the law, together with the elders, came up to him. "Tell us by what authority you are doing these things," they said. "Who gave you authority? Who gave you this authority?" He replied, "I will also ask you a question. Tell me, John's baptism, was it from heaven or human origin?" They discussed it among themselves and said, "If we say from heaven, he will ask, 'Why didn't you believe him?' But if we say of human origin, all the people will stone us because they are persuaded that John was a prophet." And he was. That's why he was called John the Baptist, I believe, because he was always baptizing people in the Jordan. So they answered, "We don't know where it comes from." Jesus said, "Neither will I tell you by what authority I am doing these things." Because you think they'd already know. He said, "I'm the Son of God." But like I said, the teachers of the law, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the chief priests, they all want the people to flock to them and pretty much worship them. They represent God on this earth, and they want the people to listen to what they say to do. They take the most important seats in the synagogue and everything for show. Okay. This is the parable of the tenants. Just imagine this happening. Just close your eyes if you're not reading along and listen to this. Pretend you're this man that owns the place. He went on to tell the people this parable. A man planted a vineyard, rented it to some farmers, and went away for a long time. He rented it. At harvest time, he sent a servant to the tenants, so they would give him some of the fruit of the vineyard. But the tenants beat him and sent him away empty-handed. He sent another servant, but that one also they beat and treated shamefully and sent away empty-handed. He sent still a third, and they wounded him and threw him out. Then the owner of the vineyard said, "What shall I do? I'll send my son, whom I love. Perhaps they will respect him." Because he pretty much would have been their master too. They're working for the dad, so you know the son's going to be able to tell them what to do. But when the tenants saw him, they talked the matter over. "This is the heir," they said. "Let's kill him, and the inheritance will be ours." So they threw him out of the vineyard and killed him. "Killed your son. What then will the owner of the vineyard do to them? He will come and kill those tenants and give the vineyard to the others." Okay? When the people heard this, they said, "God forbid." Jesus looked directly at them and said, "Then what is the meaning of that which is written? The stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone." They knew this, Jesus was talking about them. The teachers of the law and the chief priests looked away. Everyone who falls on that stone will be broken to pieces. Anyone on whom it falls will be crushed. The teachers of the law and the chief priests looked for a way to arrest him immediately, because they knew he had spoken this parable against them, but they were afraid of the people. They wanted to kill Jesus right then and there. You're not going to make us look bad in front of people, But they knew better, because the crowd would have hurt them. Now the last one I like really, really well. I love it. Okay, this is paying taxes to Caesar. Keeping a close watch on him, they sent spies who pretended to be sincere. They hoped to catch Jesus in something he said, so that they might hand him over to the power and authority of the governor. So the spies questioned him. "Teacher, we know that you speak and teach what is right, and that you do not show partiality, but teach the way of God in accordance with the truth." Now here's where they're going to try to trick you. "Is it right for us to pay taxes to Caesar or not?" He saw through their duplicity and said to them, "Show me a denarius," which is a coin. "Whose image and inscription are on it?" "Caesar's," they replied. He said to them, "Then give back to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God's." They were unable to trap him in what he said there in public, and astonished by his answer, they became silent. They wouldn't bother Jesus. One trips them up every time, because they just cannot get one over on Jesus at all, which is great. Okay, so now we're going to read Psalm 89, verses 1 through 13. You guys can open your eyes now, if you still got them closed. Let me know when you're ready, sure. We'll be reading 13 verses of this psalm today. It is a maskil of Ethan the Ezrahite. "I will sing of the Lord's great love forever. With my mouth I will make your faithfulness known through all generations. I will declare that your love stands firm forever, that you have established your faithfulness in heaven itself. You said, 'I have made a covenant with my chosen one. I have sworn to David, my servant, I will establish your line forever and make your throne firm through all generations.' The heavens praise your wonders, Lord, your faithfulness too, in the assembly of the holy ones. For who in the skies above can compare with the Lord? Who is like the Lord among the heavenly beings? In the council of the holy ones, God is greatly feared. He is more awesome than all who surround him. Who is like you? Who is like you, Lord God Almighty? You, Lord, are mighty, and your faithfulness surrounds you. You rule over the surging sea. When its waves mount up, you still them. You crushed Rahab like one of the slain. With your strong arm, you scattered your enemies. The heavens are yours, and yours also the earth. You founded the world and all that is in it. You created the north and the south. Tabor and Hermon sing for joy at your name. Your arm is endowed with power. Your hand is strong. Your right hand exalted. Alright guys, and that's where we're stopping with Psalm 89 today. Now we're going to finish up the Bible reading. I'm going to sit. You drink all yours? Wow. You need to check your sugar again. Did they check it? Some sugar here, it was very, very high. Mine was too, but his normally is not like that. Because he kept drinking and drinking and drinking. He's so thirsty. And I said, we thought your sugar's going to be up. And it's never been like that before, ever. And it was extremely high. And the thing is, he really don't eat sweets or nothing like that, Okay, let's, Proverbs chapter 13, verses 15 and 16. Good judgment wins favor, but the way of the unfaithful leads to their destruction. All who are prudent act with knowledge, but fools expose their folly. So true. Alright guys, let me go down through the names of our prayer requests. Please pray for my mom, Rhonda Karshner. She's been out mowing. Push mower, She's got breast cancer. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Please keep Sherman in your prayers. Like I said, he went to the doctor today and he's not feeling very well. He had to get a couple shots. One was the Moderna second booster. And he had a fever and his belly's upset. His stomach's been bothering for a couple of days. Please pray for Cindy and Jim Welsh, Lori, who lost her husband last month, Dora Carter, Dean Detty, the Burke family, the Doles family, Joyce Light, Elizabeth Jeffries, Garnet Boyer, Layla Emil, Layla and Emil, Levi Dempsey, Abby and Jimmy Myers, and Danette Ranger. Alright guys, so that was all for our Bible reading today. I hope it touched your guys' hearts. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading. Bye guys. God bless.